Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again here tonight to Dover International Speedway. We have a great race in store for you here in the next about 15 minutes, 10 minutes left of practice, and we'll move on into qualifying. But before we get into all of that, we need to get to the sponsors for tonight's festivities. And of course, on the racing side of things, that would go to Walls Beard Co. Beard Balm. Make sure you check them out at wallsbeardco.com. If you have a beard, they are the go-to place for every gentleman with a beard. You need to take care of it. It's all natural and organic, so make sure you head over to wallsbeardco.com. And of course, on the racing side of things, we have a few partners that have helped us keep going here for 2019. Those include Northwest Racing Series, your official one-to-go sponsor for tonight's event. Walls Beard Co. Beard Balm, your official starting grid sponsor. RaceOnTexas.com. They are the official asphalt short track and dirt track sponsor here for Full Velocity Racing Network. Hanover Wrecker Service, your official caution sponsor here for tonight's event. On the Edge Motorsports, your official Wicked Energy Gum retailer. Huffman Designs and RaceCore. Make sure you check out all of these great partners over on their social media sites, websites, however you can get a hold of them, and thank them for what they do here to get this going here. And we want to get a driver in here real quick and talk to them. Again, they're about to go into driver's meeting, so we're only going to grab them for about 2 minutes. So we're going to see who we can grab real quick. So give us just a minute, and we will be right back. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, just a couple of minutes before driver's meeting gets underway. We do have the 24, Jeff Stabnell. We've been talking to different drivers here. We've been talking to Josh Gully, Steve Silstad, and different drivers throughout the season here trying to mix it up. But our go-to guy, the beard of knowledge, as we call him, that is the 24, Jeff Stabnell. So what's this track going to be like here? As we mentioned earlier, a lot of cloud cover here tonight.
Yeah, Dover's really kind of a tough track. It really is a driver's track. It's a 1 mile track, but it's got really a lot of banking, which means you can carry a lot of speed through the corners. But the way it's shaped is you kind of run up high on the straightaways, and then in the corners you drop quite a bit of elevation, and so that'll make your car loose and tight and do all kinds of crazy things to your car getting in and out of the corners. And then you throw in this really overcast condition, and we get a hot track, and then it drops down to super cold. So 1 minute you just got a ton of grip, and the next minute those front tires are pushing, and it's going to make for an interesting race. I think it's going to be challenging. I think you're really going to have to drive this car tonight, and you're going to have to take care of that right front tire. That's going to be the hardest thing. Whoever does that best, I think, wins.
Definitely is, and we got to bring this up here just because we noticed it. That last year was 100 laps, and scheduled on where we were looking at was 100 laps here, but a bonus 25 laps added here tonight. So is that going to change the fuel strategy here and the tire strategy coming in here with those extra 25 laps?
Yeah, I'm not sure that we had that in the schedule, right? Typically for these Xfinity, we run 100 laps there on the mile and a half, which are about 30-second laps. And so this being a mile and, roughly 20-second laps to 25-second laps, typically we'd run about 120, 125 laps on there. So we probably had a mistake somewhere, but I don't think this is going to change a whole lot of strategy. We run a half a fuel load here, so we're pretty short on fuel load anyways. I'm not sure what we've got. I'm going to guess about 40 laps, 45-ish on a fuel, take a fuel. But, again, I haven't run that out to find out for sure.
Well, the real question will be here is, I know we saw it with you once, and we've seen it with about 10 or so drivers here in practice earlier before we went live, that outside wall looks like it has a magnet out there. Y'all really might want to check that and make sure it doesn't, because we have seen a lot of people coming out of these turns, especially turn 4, and getting that outside wall. Do you think that'll be a problem here tonight?
I absolutely do. You know, in a lot of these higher speed tracks with high banking, you can get away with getting to the throttle a little bit early. You'll get a bit of a push, slide those front tires. You'll pay for it later. But here, with the elevation change, the car's climbing that hill at the same time you're getting to that throttle. If you get to it a little bit too early, you shift all the weight off the front tire, so you really just lose all front grip. And there's just not enough wiggle room. There's really no recovering from getting to that throttle too early unless you just completely get right back out of it and maybe even use a little brake. You will pay big for getting to the throttle too soon here at this track with that hill there.
Yeah, definitely. Again, this is an oval, so you can't compare it to a road course, but almost like a road course, like Road America, or a track like that, where you have uphill turns, and they really can cause havoc with you. But we'll see how tonight goes. We'll see how it goes here for you personally, but hopefully we'll talk to you. But we know you got some sponsors and shout-outs before we let you go to that drivers' meeting.
Yeah, as always, you guys there at Full Velocity Race Network, Charles, you do a fantastic job. Terrific working relationship with you, and just so happy to be partnered up with you. I know we say that every week, but it's just true. I think you do a fantastic job calling the races, and we sure enjoy putting on a good show for you. So that works great. Then, of course, we got Wells Beard Co. Wells Beard Co. started with this league. They've sponsored it every year since. We would not be here without Wells Beard Co. And so we show our support to them. I know they sponsor you as well, as far as Full Velocity Racing Network and some of the other races you guys put on. So they're big in the sim racing community. And can't say enough. Inexpensive products, great products. If you've got some facial hair or even bushy eyebrows, and want to support your sim racing broadcast that you're watching on TV, by all means, look them up on the web and buy some of their products. And then, just the guys in the league and the admins, all that, man, we got a great crew, great racing.
There you heard it, folks. Of course, as we mention all the time, whether you got a beard or caterpillars crawling across your forehead, make sure you check out wallsbeardco.com. A great product and a great sponsor of this series. We'll be right back here in just a minute to recap practice, and we'll make our pick here for tonight's win. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with just about 2 minutes left here in practice. You're watching the Northwest Racing Series. This, of course, is the Xfinity Series. Let's go ahead and pull up your times here. Hopefully everybody's name is showing up into the overlays here. Tonight looks like we are good. As you see right there, the 24 Jeff Stepp. Now, the driver we were just talking to saying after we went off air there for a minute, only had about 5 laps of practice, having to dial this car in. It is a fixed setup, so they do not have a whole lot they can do. That being said, .039 off the fastest time, which is a 22.877. We are going to be running 23 to 25 laps here, and we knew going in that 100 laps did seem awfully short, as that was what the schedule said, but we know better than that. We knew there would probably be roughly 125, as I believe in the Truck Series on Thursday night, not this Thursday, as we're off this Thursday for Good Friday and Easter, but that race will be 160 laps here at Dover, so it will be significantly more open setup. That's going to be a whole nother ball game we're going to have to get into. But again, while we have about 45 seconds here, just to kind of recap what's going to be happening The rest of this week, of course, we are off tomorrow night. Then we come back Wednesday for the World of Thunder racing series. So we'll be picking that up with those UMP modifieds. If you're looking for more dirt racing here from that World of Thunder, make sure you check out the sprints and late models on Sundays. Brett Willer will be over there covering the World of Thunder events on that day, so make sure you like that as well. Go over there and watch it. Great organization over there from the World of Thunder. Then you come back to Thursday, and then we will have one race. We will only have our dirt race here for the Schaefer's Oil Modified Touring Series, as this league will be off for Easter on Thursday and the following Monday. We will also be off on Sunday, as there is a time going to come to an end. We're going to go ahead and get down to the track. But again, we will be off on Thursday, well, except for the one race, but mostly be off Thursday, Sunday, and the next Monday. Not sure on Saturday if we are going to be off or not, but let's get down to the track to get this thing going. Qualifying is underway. They got 10 minutes to get out on the track and do what they need to do. We'll go ahead and put your qualifying bar up, as it's got the 73 of Dell Winneberg out on the track. Last race we were here did not have quite the luck he wanted to. Was involved in several incidents, not all of his own doing. It just seems like he just was in the wrong place at the right time, or I guess wrong place, wrong time, whatever you want to call it, as he got caught up in several incidents. Again, not all doing of his own, just unfortunate things that happen, and he will be the first one to complete a lap here momentarily. But going back to this week's events, we want to give a big shout out to everyone out there that wished us, me personally, well. There is obviously last Friday night, thought I twisted my ankle out at the racetrack, ended up tearing some ligaments in my foot. So I will be out of commission at least for a week. I won't be able to climb up the stands, but I will be at the track doing some filming regardless. So a big shout out to everyone that wished us well on that, and a speedy recovery. But Gary Nichols at the top, and he's not going to keep it for long. There's Dell Winneberg with a 24.059. He is your pole sitter here for the moment. I believe that's Adam Helm that is at the top of here in third place. So not quite at the top, but still running a fairly good time. James Vining in fourth place with a 24.231, as we did get his image into the overlays here tonight. So big shout out to the 333 of James Vining here, as he's going to get a little squirmy there, but he does hang on to it. Adam Holm is your pole sitter here in that 69 here at the moment. John Ottenbacher in the number 89. He's going to take it to third place with a 24.102. A very fast time for him, and he's going to run a 24.102 on his second lap, so that not going to improve on it. But you have Dana Rogers, Jesse Gray, and of course Brett Johnson out on the track. We'll head over here to the 08 of Jesse Gray. We'll see if he sends it tonight, as he has got the USPS.com stamps number 08 running out here tonight. So you might as well send it if you got the Postal Service on your car. We'll see. Rain, sleet, snow, or shine, will he put it in victory lane here tonight? We'll be watching to see what his times are here tonight. Rob Stewart getting ready to get onto the track. Dana Rogers currently 24.198 to put himself in sixth place. Brett Johnson to second place in the number 7 Coca-Cola machine here tonight. That is a 24.058 for Brett Johnson. As we'll jump over to Jesse Gray, who is that on the track, and we wondered, excuse me, if Jesse Gray would send it. Well, he did. He sent it straight to the top with a 23.904. That is the only 23-second lap here in qualifying. Will anybody else beat him? We'll see as he smacks the outside wall this time. Stephen Paulson currently in 10th place with a 24.500. Of course, nobody else out on the track right now. These guys are waiting for a cloud cover to come over. That is exactly what they are waiting for right now. And if that cloud comes over, you will get it. I'd be willing to bet Jesse Gray got a cloud in part of his lap, and that is why he was able to run that super fast time. As it's going to be Justin McClure in the number 10 that's coming out onto the track right now. And you see, it is a little bit, looks like it's the colors maybe washed out here. It's dim looking on the track. That is when those clouds roll over, and that is the optimal time to get out here and put your lap in. As we're watching the number 10 of Justin McClure here in qualifying. What kind of time will he put in is the question. We'll find out here shortly, won't we? As he is on his first time lap right now. Looks like Bill Ross Jr. is getting ready to come out onto the track as well. The problem with waiting for a cloud to roll over here is this track's 101 degrees. It was 84 during practice. Is you run the risk of pulling a Jeff Stabnow there from last week and running out of time. Made a mistake and then could not get a time in. So we'll see. Justin McClure, though, 24:58, as he is going to put it to fourth place here in qualifying. We jump over to the 17 of Bill Ross Jr. and barely keeps it off the wall. Bill Ross Jr. on lap number 1 of 2 here, and Justin McClure flips back over there, 23:906.002, as is actually registering 001 behind Jesse Gray. That could be a really good battle here. If those two get side by side, they are going to be front row right now, separated by only .001. What a time. Bill Ross Jr., 23:969, as he puts in a third fastest time. I think now is the time to go if you want to come out and qualify. It may have just passed. We'll see. These guys definitely have an optimal time right here if that cloud is rolled over to get out there and put some laps. And Corey Walters, Jason Berg, and Rob Stewart still out there, have not actually got into their car yet. Corey Walters is, but Bill Ross Jr., 23:903. Folks, we have a 23:903, a 23:904, and a 23:906. That is just crazy right now. As we're going to go over to Corey Walters. Look at your top 3 times, separated by .002 and 003. That is insane, the way they are going to be starting this race. If we see those times and those speeds carry over into the race, we are going to have one exciting race for the lead here tonight. This could get very interesting between Bill Ross Jr., Jesse Gray, and Justin McClure. And we still have some of our heavy hitters out there that have not qualified. Corey Walters out right now. He's always does good. What kind of time will he put in? A 23:825. Wow, he just smashes the time right there. Another blistering fast time for Corey Walters. Jason Berg not on the track. Donovan Barr, he won at Daytona. Will he be able to do so here tonight? Will he win this race? He goes to 5th fastest, 24:013. As we'll check in with Brian Barnes, Scott Mann. Those are 2 heavy hitters here tonight, and that's what I'm talking about right there. Scott Mann to the top of the charts, 23:445. You thought those 3 were close? Well, right there, that is what you call a heartbreaker for Bill Ross Jr., Jesse Gray, and Justin McClure, and really anybody else behind him right now, unless somebody can top that time. A 23:445. That is a pack it up, I just won this race kind of time right there. We'll see if he can capitalize off of it and continue. Daniel Master starting to come out, and you see how shaded this track looks right now. That is why you're seeing these faster times, because this track is shaded. It went from 101 degrees to 92 degrees. Sean Brightsman also out on the track right now, but Scott Mann with that blistering fast time. Sean Brightsman puts in a 23:561. He's in a lot of shade right now, and he's going to stay in shade. Will his faster lap be any faster? James Thurston, 23:769. He is currently in a 3rd position. Sean Brightsman looks like he's got a new ride out there as well, and the number 46 machine still got the Walls Beard coat on it. And lap number 2, we'll see what it's going to be. Unless he just ran it and it was identical, I don't think that's going to be the case. we'll have to see. Is looks like he is going to go ahead and shut it down. That's going to do it. As Brian Barnes, another one of our heavy hitters, 23,406, and Jason Berg, 23,176. Wow, we told you these guys were heavy hitters between Jason Berg, Scott Mann, and Brian Barnes here on the short tracks, and there you see it right there. Jason Berg puts it at the top of the charts. Jeff Stabnow, another one of the heavy hitters in here. He is around a 23,515. These guys waited for those optimal times to come and put in a time. This is the time. So this is the time when it's this shaded right now is the best time to go in and put those laps in. Looking back to last season, we only had 16 drivers here. We have over 20 drivers here tonight. Sean Brightsman was your race winner last season. We'll have to kind of wait and see. Dan West Jr. Here at the moment as he comes barreling down there. He is in 5th place with a 23,488. But Jason Berg set that new heartbreaker time there with a 23,176. We'll see if he can continue that into practice. As Seth Frazier looks like he's no, they're going to go ahead and time is up. So let's get over to it. We're going to get things started here tonight as we're going to get rid of qualifying off the screen as qualifying has come to an end. All right, qualifying is over. Let's go ahead and drop down to the track with these drivers. Some of them getting ready and getting on to the track. We're going to drop down there with them here as soon as we can. We'll get a few more on there. They will take extra laps around this. It is a short track. So we'll drop down to at least 9th place here real quick, and we'll go ahead and go through your Walls Beard Co. starting grid here on row number 1. It is going to be the 21 of Jason Berg and the 4 of Brian Barnes. This could get very interesting between those two here tonight. Row number 2 is going to be the 90 of Scott Mann and the 25 of Jade Williams. Row number 3 is going to be the 55 of Dan West Jr. and the 24 of Jeff Stabnow. Row number 4 is going to be the 88 of Travis McKinney and the 46 of Sean Brightsman. Row 5 is going to be the 03 of Daniel Masters and the 2 of James Thurston. Row 6 is going to be the 9 of Corey Walters and the 17 of Bill Ross Jr. Row 7 is going to be the 08 of Jesse Gray and the 10 of Justin McClure. Row 8 is going to be the 98 of Donovan Barr and the 69 of Adam Holm. Row 9 is going to be the 7 of Brett Johnson and the 73 of Dale Winneberg. Row 10 is going to be the 89 of John Onbucker and the 8 of Gary Nichols. And it looks like we have I believe it's the 80 or the 90 pulling over there. Row 11 is going to be the 07 of Dana Rogers and the 333 of James Vining. Row 12 is going to be the 58 of Stephen Paulson and the 40 of Bruce Lee Weaver. Row 13 is going to be the 33 of Josh Coley and the 65 of Steve Silstad. Those two teammates starting side by side here on row 13 tonight. Row 14 is going to be the 32 of Seth Frazier and the 76 of Rob Stewart. Row 15 and riding shotgun on the field here tonight is going to be the number 11 of Frank Harris. As that will do it. Pace car is diving off, and we only had one lap as it was right on the border here. 1 mile track. This could get very interesting here tonight, folks. Again, this race just about ready to get underway. Green flags in the air. You're watching the Northwest Xfinity Series presented by Walls Beard Co. here on Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing, and we are a division of RaceOnTexas.com. The green flag in the air, sparks flying as the 88 of Travis McKinney scrapes the outside wall He's running down Dan West Jr. in the number 55 Boeing Chevrolet here tonight. Right now, Jason Berg in command of this field. Before we get too far into this race, of course, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. And Rudy, we did see poke you there in TeamSpeak. Of course, I saw it a little late there. Couldn't get to you to come over there and chat. But thanks for tuning in here. We got Ryan Flanagan and Brett Osborne over on the YouTube side of things, and a ton of people over on the Facebook as well. Dusty Collins over there tuning in here tonight. So big shout out to everybody that is watching over on the different social media platforms here tonight, as we are single file here already in this race. We're going to be looking for those battles right now. This is a pretty good one between Brian Barnes, Jade Williams, and Jeff Stabnow, who's coming into the mix here. We need to go back and check in with Josh Coley, as unfortunately we have tried to refresh several times, and it is just not loading his paint here tonight. So Josh Coley not running the paint that he's supposed to be running. However, if you want to know what he should be running, let's go back to his teammate Steve Silstad in the 65, who indeed is running his paint job somehow. So that is not supposed to be that way. Trading Paint's having an issue. We have reset it several times here, but it looks like Steve Silstad already having issues early in this race. The back of his car slightly banged up here just a little bit. We'll be talking to him about that paint job later on if we get a chance. But back to the front we go. Jason Berg out by 0.533 second lead, followed by Dan West Jr. And then here is a group of cars we're watching. It's Travis McKinney, Brian Barnes, Jade Williams, and Jeff Stabnow right now running 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, as they are just right there bumper to bumper as we're on lap 6 of 125 here tonight at Dover International Speedway. Excuse me. Again, a mile track, so it'll be interesting to see how these guys get around here. As let's go on board here with the forward Brian Barnes if we could. And just an awesome view. You can see those clouds overhead right now. It looks like a little bit of a cloud cover is even more here into the corners. We'll see just how long that cloud cover does stay over. This track 86 degrees right now. We will keep an eye on that. Once those clouds roll over and we see some sun come out, it will drastically go up to 100, 110 possibly before it's all said and done. But you are riding on board here, of course, with the 4 of Brian Barnes currently sitting in 4th position, trying to run down the 88 of Travis McKinney, as we'll go off board with him real fast. And that group is still right there together trying to battle. Let's go back here to Del Winterberg as we got the cars sideways. That's going to involve the 98, the 73, and the 7. Del Winterberg involved in this. Let's go back and see what happened here as we go to the instant replay camera to figure out exactly what happened here real fast. And there we go. Let's actually go to the aerial cam if we can, brought to you by Sames Ford out of Corpus Christi, Texas. And right there, no, it looked like maybe right there the 73 comes down, tags the 7, and we might want to take one more look at that just to see if that is the correct assessment here. Let's go back just a little bit more here as you see the cloud cover coming over here. Let's go to our spotter cam if we can, and we'll see if we can get a better view of this. And again, watching the 73 and the 7 to see if that is indeed the case, and if that is what has happened. And yeah, right there, it looks like the 73 trying to possibly avoid the 98 that scraped the wall just a little bit of Donovan Barr, and then ends up turning the 7 of Brett Johnson. As we go back to live, everybody coming down pit road here as we've completed 9 laps. Everybody's coming down pit road. There is nobody staying out. Everyone on the lead lap right now. No surprise to see that everyone is coming down pit road to get fresh tires and fuel. We heard about 40 or so laps on fuel early on in this race, though. We are here under caution for the first time with the 73 turning the 7. Again, I think the 73 of Del Winterberg trying to avoid the 98 of Donovan Barr that kind of scraped the wall. Wasn't too bad, but a knee-jerk reaction there to try to avoid that, and gets into the back bumper of the 7 of Brett Johnson, and around goes the 7. That brings out the caution. And the lone driver not going down pit road, that is going to be the 69 of Adam Holm, who did not come down pit road. That is going to give him the lead. Jason Berg going to be starting on the outside here for the restart. We'll see how that outside does for him when we do get the green flag, but that will be momentarily as we are still under caution here for the first time. And it looks like he's going to go in now and get tires. So he is stayed out and going to lead a lap. So he will relinquish the lead now. So he will go in and take tires and fuel. Unfortunately, he will have to take to the tail of the field. He'll be back scored in 29th place as he completes his stop here. And I don't even think he took tires there, just fuel only. We'll just have to wait and see. And I don't even actually see it being scored or with actually being... Okay, there he goes. He does have being scored now. But, Jason Berg will maintain the lead now as it will cycle back to him. And not much has changed here in the front of this field. As we take a look at your top five right now, it still belongs to Jason Berg, Dan West Jr., Travis McKinney, Brian Barnes, and Jade Williams. Jeff Stabnow, of course, just outside the top five right now, as he is in sixth place here at the moment, just outside that top five looking in. There it is, pace car getting ready to dive off once again as you're watching the Northwest Xfinity Series presented by Walls Beard Co. here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And green flag is out. Jason Berg gets a huge jump this time around. Now we're going to go back to our main camera here. Travis McKinney in that orange number 88 trying to run down Dan West Jr. as we got the 08 scraping the wall back here. That is Jesse Gray. He gets into the outside wall just ever so slightly. He is able to recover from it, but he will lose one spot as some more sparks flying here, and that was, I believe, the 90 of Scott Mann that was able to get by him. It looks like Scott Mann's going to get by James Thurston as well. So Scott Mann picking up a few spots here. And that was the one earlier. We'll bring that up there. You see started third, but he's in ninth. He has not lost those positions. I believe he actually requested an EOL. I'm not sure. But he was the one we saw pull off the track early in this race when they were gridding. So I'm not sure if he's requested that EOL. Obviously, the pit stop coming out got him back to the front. But it looks like he did request an EOL, and he has worked his way back up, of course, with the help of a pit stop as well. Let's look a little further back here. We got some side-by-side action going on between the 10 of Justin McClure, and that was the 03 of Daniel Masters, but it looks like the 10's going to get by him fairly easy and no problems there. As he passes him by, we go back to our race leader, and, well, he is off in his own country right now. And the number 21 Chevrolet Camaro here tonight, that is Jason Berg. He has just walked away with this lead right now. We'll see if he can maintain that pace once we get there. Of course, Dan West Jr. doing about what he was doing before. Not able to catch the 21, but really not being able to be caught either. Travis McKinney and Brian Barnes, they are duking it out here, bumper to bumper. Jeff Stabnow back into the top five. He was our pick for tonight's race win. Well, again, Jeff Stabnow is our pick for tonight's win. It seems to me we got a good luck going for him. We pick him, he does good. So we picked him here again tonight. So we'll see how he does. Just having a few laps of practice in as we go cycle back here just a little bit. You got the 03 of Daniel Masters coming to the outside of the 9 of Corey Walters. And they are going to make it almost 3 wide between Rob Stewart in the 17 and Rob Stewart in the 76 and Bill Ross Jr. in the 17, as those two side by side here at the moment. They're trading that spot of 14th back and forth here. And so I get that number mixed up, and they're both 7s. They are side by side. Seth Frazier and Josh Coley right behind them. Those are two fast drivers. 17 gets into the wall as Bill Ross Jr. He smacks that outside wall hard. That is going to allow the 33 of Josh Cole to get by, and Seth Frazier as well. Here comes Steven Paulson See if he can capitalize off of that mistake as well. We got a car going into the inside wall, and it's going to be the 98 of Donovan Barr. No caution coming out so far. He's all by himself on the track. He puts it back in gear, gets it going in the right direction. There's your race leader right there, and he is going to pull it into the grass, and it looks like that is going to be it for him. His night is done. He's towing back to the pits. And again, that will do it. He's on pit road 3.8 seconds. His night is done. So Donovan Barr, who won at Daytona, here is done here tonight. Adam Holm will be passing him shortly, as he is now currently 3 laps down in the number 69 machine. But here in the next 2 laps, he will be passing Donovan Barr for 28th position as we go a few spots up and a few spots off the lead. That is right now Travis McKinney, who I think has a fast car here, but he's running the 24.3s to 24.5, so he is just a little bit faster than Brian Barnes. Jeff Stabnow, though, also running 24.5, so he is a little bit faster, but I think Brian Barnes may be slightly holding up Jeff Stab right now, according to last lap's 24.585 to a 24. Well, there you go. 628 to 631. So Jeff Stabnow is faster than Brian Barnes on that last lap. Actually, the last 2 laps, but just not by much. So I'm not going to commit to that and say that Brian Barnes is holding him up when he's just not quite that much faster. Brian Barnes able to hold him on as we have the Kenny Walls dirt racing experience on the Fords hood. Again, some of these paint jobs may not be correct. We have reloaded trading paints about 3 or 4 times here in the practice and into race, and it's just not wanting to load some of these paints right. So we do not know which ones are correct and which ones are not. What we do know is correct, though, is that your leader right there has checked out from this field with a 2.4 second lead over second place right now. And what a gap it is, but we're not focusing there. We're going back here again as Sean Brightsman has managed to get by his teammate Jeff Stabnow. Sean Brightsman, of course, if you recall from the pre-show here, he was your winner last time we came here, by the way, which was December of 2018. The last time we were here for Season 2. And right now, I want to point out that he only led 35 laps. Jason Berg, your current race leader, led 63 laps. The fastest lap, however, was Jeff Stabnow with a 23.252. So 3 different drivers, 3 heavy hitters in this series. Brightsman won. Berg led the most laps. Jeff Stabnow had the fastest lap last time we were here, but a lot has changed since the last time we were here. We have a completely new build. These cars handle differently, different setups, different weather. Everything has changed since the last time we came here to Dover. The only thing that hasn't changed is, of course, Jason Berg being out front. So far, he has led the most laps. He has led 27 laps. He's going to make it 28 as there goes Sean Brightsman by the 4 of Brian Barnes. Jeff Stabnow still holding on. It looks like there you see caution coming out, though, as it's going to be Steve Silstad in the 65, still running his teammate's paint job. Let's go back and take a look here at the replay cam and see what happened. Let's go to the aerial view and see what happened. It looks like possibly maybe the 73 involved in this one as well. And we'll see. Oh, no, both of them trying to get by. I'm not sure who that is, as now the building's going to get in the way as well. I'm not sure who that was. Let's go back and take another look at that. They were trying to get by somebody. I believe it was the 69 of Adam Holm. Right there, yeah, it looks like Adam scrapes the wall, and they're trying to get by him. I believe that is what the case may be, as we'll see. The outside wall may be causing problems here as we expected. And right there it is. Adam Holm gets into the wall, comes down. Oh, and John Ottenbacher getting collected in it as well. As a hard lick. And that, of course, will put a lot of damage on that 65 of Steve Silstad, as at the moment he is going to stay out here and possibly lead a lap, but heavy damage to that 65 machine. So we'll see as they come down pit road. It is Jason Berg that is your race leader here at the moment. It's just a matter of if and when he comes down pit road. As there you see your race leader and everybody else behind them coming down pit road and going to take 2 tires and fuel. I'm sure we'll just have to kind of wait and see how many tires they do indeed take. Four tires, just about everybody here. Jason Berg comes in first, and he will leave first. As there you see right there, he comes out first. It's going to be followed, it looks like, by Dan West Jr., Sean Brightsman, Brian Garnes, and Jeff Stabnow are going to be your first 5 out, followed by Travis McKinney, Scott Mann, Jesse Gray, Jade Williams, and Justin McClure are going to be your top 10 coming out of pit road. We're going to step away here. When those lights go off, we will be back to cover the rest of this race, and we'll see how many more cautions we will have. All right, the lights are off on the pace car, and while we're under caution here, I do also want to point out, not only was the last time we were here in December of last year, I do want to point out too, that was race 14 of 19. We were in the chase here last time we came to this race. This time around, of course, we are on race number 7. We are not anywhere near the chase. This is a 33-week season, and we are nowhere near at the chase point right now. As, of course, we will be off the 22nd this coming Monday. Of course, not tonight because we're here, but next Monday we will be off. And then, of course, this Thursday we'll be off. Sunday we're off as well. I'm not sure about Saturday with BHR being that is in the middle of the weekend. We'll have to confirm with them if they are indeed off or not. But green flag comes back out. We are racing here with the Northwest Xfinity Series presented by WallsBeardGo.com. And I want to point out here that we are already less than 100 laps to go in this race. We're on lap 35, 91 laps to go as we got cars smacking the wall. It's James Thurston back there that smacks that wall extremely hard. Caution comes out, and we get back to him. Ow, just getting hit over and over again. This is going to start back with the 2 of James Thurston right there. Well, let's go back and take a look as we go to the aerial view. Watch that 2 on the top of your screen. I believe he gets into the outside wall. We caught it out of the corner of our eye, and it was chaos from there. Let's see what happened right there. You see the contact, and it was on from there. People getting into them as they're just basically just piling in, train wreck. From that point on, the caution does come out once again, and it'll be curious to see who all comes down pit road to take tires this time. I don't think we're going to see too many takers this time around. They were just on pit road, so it would be almost silly to come back down pit road again. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. But it looks like we have at least a couple of laps here under caution anyway, so why don't we go ahead and see if we can't get Sean Brightsman in here real quick and take a quick chat with him. I stand corrected. Jason, no, not Jason Berg. Yeah, Sean Brightsman was the last 2 years winner here. So let's see if we can't get a quick word with him real quick. Sean Brightsman, you got a copy?
Got a copy.
Well, we got you here. Last year's winner. Although I would be venturing to say here, and we'll find out from you, a whole lot has changed since last December when you won this race. So you're sitting here in second place, and while you're in second, the guy that actually led the most laps last season is in front of you right now. So what are you going to have to do to try to get by him here?
It's tough. Jason's really quick. He's pretty fast in the short run. We haven't really got a long run in to find out what we're both going to be. So I'm hoping for the long run. I'm not going to push it on the short run. So.
Well, hopefully we will see the long run here, and just a quick short summary here as a driver's standpoint. Coming from last season to this season, obviously we've had at least 2 builds in between there. So what is different here? Obviously we got the new weather and stuff, but how is this car handling different from what you can remember last time?
The biggest issue is the weather. Obviously, that's made a big change in keeping the track up to date of what temperatures are running. The cars, they don't feel too different from last season. I think they've just changed some tire updates, spring packages, stuff like that. But it's all been pretty basic changes, I think, for at least what I feel. So, track and the weather is the biggest thing.
Oh, track and weather. Big things. We'll see how it goes here tonight. Quickly, we know you got some shout-outs and sponsors you want to give, as those lights should go off next time. So who are those sponsors that got you here to tonight's race?
I just got to thank Wells Beard Co., Wiki Chassis Racing, the Northwest Racing Series, Full Velocity Racing Network, and Central Welding Supply.
All right, there you have it. The 46 of Sean Brightsman. Sean, thanks for taking the time to chat with us here on the radio, and hopefully we'll be talking to you later tonight.
Thank you. Look forward to it.
All right, there you have it again. That was the 46 of Sean Brightsman. And, in the spirit of talking to Sean Brightsman, why don't we go on board here with Sean for the restart. As you see right there, the lights are off. We're going racing this next time by. Seems fitting enough to go on board here with last season's winner here at this track. This should be very interesting. Hopefully everybody out there is enjoying the race here tonight. Of course, if you are, you know what to do. You hit that thumbs up. Or in the words of Rudy Cummings out there watching, smash that like button if you like the racing here tonight. As we are running on board here with Sean Brightsman, last year's winner, and the guy who led the most laps, finished second last season. Well, that's the 21 you see right there out of the corner of your screen. He is going to be starting this race. How good of a start will Jason Berg get? And will the 46 Sean Brightsman be able to capitalize off of the restart? And quick start there. Green flag back in the air. We are racing. And already a 3 to 4 car length lead for Jason Berg. As you're watching there, here comes his teammate Jeff Stabnow. He's going to get to the inside, and it's going to be... Oh, almost gets into him there. Jeff Stabnow on fresher tire. Well, fresh tires. They're both on 8-lap tires. He takes it and sends it in, and he will take second place. Let's go off. If you recall the last race here last Thursday night, you're looking at the two guys that made everybody here stand and just appreciate iRacing. That is the 24 and the 46. Jeff Stabnow, Sean Breitzman. They put on, well, what can only be described as one hell of a show. And they did it in fashion here, side by side battling. And I believe we got a car going around back here. It's going to be Brian Barnes in the 4. Caution is out once again as he is stopped on the track to let these guys go by. Let's go and see what happened here to the 4 of Brian Barnes as we saw him going around there at the last second. He's got the 80 or the 90 of Scott Mann around him. Travis McKinney in the 88. And netcode being the call for this one. They were not even nearly close enough here to make contact here. Let's take one more look at that as we'll go to the aerial cam. And you'll see, watch the 90 of Scott Mann. You'll see they were not even close to touching here. So no reason the 4 should have gone around. And right there you see a little bit of, not really even touching. And right here is where you see him go around. Not even close. Definitely netcode from our view here in the booth as we went to the aerial cam brought to you by Sames Ford. And let's go back and let's see if we can't take a quick word with the 4 here of Brian Barnes. As at the moment he's not coming down pit road. Let's go on board with him if we can. And he is going to come down pit road. When he comes out, we'll take a quick word with him if we can. And unfortunately, getting spun, but from our view, all netcode. There was no contact between the two cars. So very unfortunate. And actually, we'll see here. We'll just actually go up to Scott Mann, who's sitting in second place, and see if we can't get a quick chat with him real quick. Scott Mann, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, we got you here. First off, it doesn't look like you have too much damage. Is there any damage that we can't see there? Because we went back and watched that there, and pure netcode. There was no contact between you and the 4, but iRacing thought differently.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel anything in the wheel, but I feel bad for Brian and Travis. I stuck it in there for a second. I said I better back out, and then all of a sudden they were turning. So, part of those guys, I didn't mean to do that, but I'm only here for one reason, so.
Yeah, well, on the plus side, again, yeah, we went back and watched it from several different angles, and, it always stinks to spin the competition around, but again, we saw a good foot or two between. There was no contact there. It was all strictly netcode from what we saw. But the good news is you don't have any damage. You can visibly tell, and the car seems to be handling good. And we know you're fast here. You're always fast no matter where you go. You're sitting in second. Do you think you got anything for Jason Berg here tonight?
I don't know. I was looking ahead, and he looked like he had a pretty good lead. I think he's got this thing pretty much wrapped up as long as he stays off the wall. I'll be happy with the top 3. Got some good guys behind me, and we'll see how it plays out. Hopefully it sticks going into 1, and there's not as much damage as I think. So.
Well, we'll definitely be watching. Whether it be you and Jason or you and the guys battling around you, should be a great race. And we're going to step away here for just a moment. We'll be right back when those lights go off. Alright, lights are off on the pace car, which means only one thing. Well, that green cone you just passed, And these were going racing next time by. We want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. We hope you are enjoying the racing here tonight. We've seen a few cautions, but overall some great racing. We'll pull that caution information up here. There you see 4 cautions here at Dover International Speedway, 13 laps. We have 80 laps to go, so we have a lot of green flag racing ahead of us. And as that green flag about to come out here momentarily, let's pull up some track facts if we could. There's a wrong one. There we go. Track information for us here at Dover International Speedway, 1.02 mile track, 39 feet out to probably the lowest track we've seen here. 127 miles is the distance, 85 degrees right now. Track staying fairly cool. All this is brought to you, of course, by Bulletproof Tees, as green flag is back in the air. They were well on the gas before that green flag ever came out. They're side by side right now. Let's check in with Brian Barnes here at the moment. He's back in 19th place as he's got some damage to that car. He has not used his fast repair yet, so I'm surprised there that he didn't use it. He may be saving it for later on in this race. Right now, we have a car slowing on the track. It's going to be Steve Silstad, who is bringing his car back down pit road. Oh, something not going right with the 65 of Steve Silstad. He's bringing it back down pit road. We go back to the front, though, as it's Scott Mann in second, Jason Berg once again pulling off to a 1 second lead already. He is just checking out from this field here tonight. Let's go back to a battle I think is about to start getting good. That is between Seth Frazier and Jeff Stabnow. They're both chasing down Jesse Gray right now. And that's USPS.com Chevrolet Camaro, as he is sending it here tonight. And he is putting the postage stamp on it. But unfortunately, he may be running low on postage stamps, because as the caution comes out, let's take a look. And we got some cars smoking back here. I'm not sure exactly who brought this caution out. Let's take a look. We're going to go back to possibly Josh Coley, as well as Gary Nichols. So let's take a look at Gary Nichols, who is further back here, and let's just go to the replay cam and see what we can find. As the caution is out, he was already back there, so I think this may have been involving somebody else bringing out the caution here. There's the smoke, you see. They get it going quickly. So I'm not sure who this was. We're going to go back just a little bit more and see if we can figure out who brought out this caution, as they got it whipped around and going quickly. So they made it very difficult to find out who brought it out, as we're going to do our best to figure it out anyway, as to who it was that indeed brought out the caution. And there's the puff of smoke, and I believe it's going to be the 07 possibly. We're going to have to go back and take another little look at this here and see if we're watching the 07 of Dana Rogers around the 69 as well. So I think Adam Lamb or the 69 or the 07 possibly bringing out this caution. It's I guess they got it going so fast. No, there's the puff of smoke. So I don't know what caused that puff of smoke, but the caution is coming out. We do apologize for that, but unable to find where that caution came from. Just a random puff of smoke on the track, and we're unable to find out exactly who caused it here. But we have a moment, so let's see if we can't get a hold of Jeff Stabnow. Let's go on board with him, and let's talk to him about what he thinks here, trying to chase down Jason Berg. We've talked to a couple of people. Let's get his thoughts on this race so far. Jeff Stabnow, we got you in the radio. You got a copy?
I got you, Charles.
Well, we've talked to a couple of drivers here tonight. Seems like every time the caution cycles out, we got a new driver on Jason Berg's back bumper. So we've heard a couple of people say he has got it dialed in here tonight. So same question. Do you think you have anything for him here tonight?
We'll see. He's pretty fast. I'm just going to try to settle in here and log some laps, catch a groove, take care of these tires, and I think my best shot for Jason Berg is going to be on the long run, so I probably won't challenge him too hard right out the gate here.
Well, thus far in this race, is to my knowledge, really haven't been out of the top 5, top 6 too much here tonight. You've stuck in there. Most notably, I would like to note that I did pick you, and you are doing good here again tonight. So, that aside, doing really good, sitting in second place. You really want the win. Obviously, we know you want the win in the truck series a little bit more, but how important is the win here for the people that don't know what's on the line fan-wise?
Man, I'll tell you, Charles, I'm a competitor, and when that switch flips during one of these races, I don't care if it's Xfinity trucks or some kind of public race. I just want to win, man. I want to win bad, so I give it my all. I'll run the wheels off this thing trying to get the win, and I guess when the dust settles, if we got a second or a third place or something, we'll be happy with it. But until that happens, we're in it to win it.
All right, lights are off. We'll get you back up there to your channel, and again, good luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you tonight.
All right, 10-4, buddy.
All right, that was the 24 Jeff Stab. Now running in second place right now, and I think when he goes back and watches this, they say when that flip switches, green light comes on, and it is race time. It is all about getting the win. Jeff, I challenge you out there when you watch this to see if you disagree with me. I would be willing to bet that later on this season, we take these trucks to Eldora for the truck race, and they are going to be running it identical to how the real truck race is done, as we will be helping them set that up, as we are more familiar with the dirt stuff than they are. So I challenge you to disagree with me, Jeff, that when we come to that dirt race at Eldora, it's not going to be about getting the win. It's going to be about survival. These guys are asphalt guys. Some of them know how to race dirt. Some of them, well, we've never seen them race dirt. So it'll be interesting to see. What we are about to see, though, is green flag in the air. Here's one on lap 53. Going to be 54 right there of 125. We have 72 laps to go, and these guys are putting on a show here for you tonight. As you see right there, already starting to get single file, but we see some double file action going on throughout the field, as it's going to be the 9 of Corey Walters that does get by the 4 of Brian Barnes. He's got his eyes set on the 17 of Bill Ross Jr. That outside wall, turn 4, has really been an issue for drivers as we go up just a little bit here. That we had a battle going on between the 08 and the 10 of Jesse Gray and Justin McClure, but they kind of settled that one out here for the most part. Let's go back a few spots. Brian Barnes starting to get by some spots. He's going to bring the 9 with him as they get by Stephen Paulson and the 58 machine. That will put them in the 15th and 16th place. Right now, Jeff Stab now still in second place. If he continues and finishes where he is, he will be a bridesmaid 3 races in a row. 2 Monday nights and a Thursday night. He really wants the win here tonight. That is what he's out to set. But somebody may have something to say about that. That's the 32 of Seth Frazier. Seth Frazier's such a good driver that I think he may have something for him. We'll see Seth Frazier putting on a heck of a battle. He's right there, but I don't think Seth Frazier's quite close enough to be able to pass him. And of course, Seth Frazier in that 32 machine does have some damage. As we'll go on board with him real fast. You see that damage to the front right of his car. That's going to slow him down a little bit. He's gotten into that outside wall at least once, and that's caused a little bit of damage. And that's going to slow him down possibly just a little bit. The question is how much of that splitter's messed up. And actually, it doesn't look too terribly bad on that splitter on the ground. So he is able to get the car sucked down as low as he can to the track. That is a huge plus. If you're that 32 right now, you want to be able to get that car sucked down as low as you can to get as much aerodynamics as you can out of the car. Let's go back here about midfield to about 15th place here. Actually, let's not. Let's go right here. Look at this battle. Caution is out once again, and it's going to be the 73 of Dale Winneberg involved in this one. Let's go back and take a look. And we'll see right here, he's got the 25 around him. What brought out the caution? Ooh, he gets a little wiggly there. He may have had help from the 25 there on that little wiggle, but that did not bring out the caution. As we'll see right here, the 25 trying to get by and gives him a little push as he goes by. That's going to be the 25. We'll take a look. That is Jade Williams. Both of them on the lead lap. Let's go back and take one more look here. Let's go to the aerial cam and watch. Brought to you by Sames Ford. And you see right there, he gets him a little loose. He didn't bump him until after he got loose, as he got him a little bit wiggly here. That is the 25 of Jade Williams and Del Winterberg. And right there, shot to the back bumper. Around he goes. And that will take the 73, and he will go for a spin. Ooh, narrowly getting avoided by the 7 of Brett Johnson. That will bring out the caution, though, once again. Let's go back to live, as Sean Brightsman is your race leader here at the moment, as he is going to opt to stay out. And we'll see. Let's get a word with him. We've already talked to him once. Let's see if this is a strategy move to try to get this lead. John Brightsman, we got you one more time. You got a copy.
I got you.
Well, the question here, we see you did not come down pit road. Is this a strategy to get out front and try to take this lead, since we've been having those cautions every so often, or are you just out here to lead that lap?
I definitely strategy to take the lead and see what I can hold on to here. We'll see if Rob stays out with me, and that'll help with Jason Berg and the fast guys behind me. So.
A little bit of padding never hurt anybody if you got some cars behind you here. We'll see if the strategy pays off. Obviously, we've been having a caution every so many laps, so this could be a winning strategy here. We'll have to see, but we'll just have to wait and see how it goes, and hopefully it is a winning strategy for you.
Hopefully. I think we got one more pit stop no matter what, so we'll see.
Well, we definitely will. Apologize, I still got that cough. 64 to go, at least one pit stop, so we'll let you get back up there to strategize some more, and we'll talk to you later tonight.
Thanks, Charles.
All right, there you have it. That was the 46 of Sean Brightsman pulling a strategy move here to try and get the win here tonight. Again, I apologize for that cough. This could possibly be just what he needed to get this win, but he's got Rob did not stay out. Jason Berg going to be right on his on his back bumper at the moment. He'll be on his outside when we get the green flag. We are going to step away to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Still your race leader, followed by Tommy Fain, Bobby Miller, Gary Williams, and Shelby Williams. Gary Williams, Diamonds, turn number 3. Trying to get a run on the 1B. Bobby Miller didn't have quite enough for that time. Meanwhile, back up front, your leader still the 61 of Aaron Corley.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are extremely hot here in the booth. It is a toasty oven here in the booth tonight. Look, we got Todd Sten in chat. So, Todd, welcome to chat here tonight, as well as several other people. It looks like we got Christy Ottenbacher in chat as well. So, welcome to the chat here tonight, as we are just about ready to get this thing racing once again. Let's take a look at our cautions here. We've had 6 cautions for 20 laps, well under what we've completed. We've completed 63 laps here at the moment. So the majority of this race has been under green flag conditions, as they hand over wrecker service caution out. Pace car diving on once again. Track temp 94 degrees. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the rest of this night, as they're on the loud pedal once again. green flag back in the air here from the Northwest Xfinity Series presented by Walls Beard Co. And you're watching it all live here on Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. And we are a division of RaceOnTexas.com, as that is going to be Seth Frazier going to get to the outside wall. More damage for him. That is not what he wanted to see, and that's going to allow Scott Mann in the 90 to get by him. Jeff Stab now trying to make something happen as we're going to have a big pileup, I think, back here. That's going to be Scott Mann going around, and we catch up with him here as he's still dropping through the list. Scott Mann goes around, brings out the 7th caution of the night. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened here on the replay. We're going to have to go to the aerial cam to see exactly what happened to Scott Mann in that 90. Did he have any help is the question. As I'm not... Ooh, hey, he had a little bumper hook there from the 32. And around he goes right there into the inside wall. Luckily, everybody being able to avoid him as he takes it down to the apron. But a little bit of a bumper hook there, it looked like, from possibly Seth Frazier. So, unfortunately, the 90 of Scott Mann going around has such a fast car, too. And that is going to push him towards the back of this field as we are under caution for the 7th time here tonight. Sean Brightsman, he may have had the winning strategy now. If we keep getting cautions here, with 59 laps to go, we are past the halfway point. This could be a winning strategy. We'll see. Again, we know they're going to have to pit again, as it'll just be a matter of how it all goes. And welcome. We got Justin Starr in the chat. As it is kind of good to be back. We feel really bad. We had to miss a race. Had to keep that leg elevated for the last 2 days. Technically, still kind of elevated. Not the most comfortable position here at the desk, as we are keeping it elevated as much as possible to keep that swelling down. But we, again, want to thank everybody for the get well wishes and a fast recovery there. As to the ones that don't know, this past Friday, completely thought I twisted my ankle, which apparently did indeed end up twisting the ankle, but in the process ended up tearing some ligaments in my foot as well while filming out at the local track. So apparently I can't climb upstairs very well. But regardless, we are somewhat able to get around on it as we hobble around like a little penguin right now. But we are indeed somewhat getting around, so that is a good thing. We will be back at the track. We'll have to see. Yeah, indeed, the pace car is now off on the track. We do not need any more of the pace car doing that, as we've had enough of that over on race car, where the pace car just didn't want to come onto the track for some reason. So let's hope that does not happen again here tonight. We are on lap 68 of 125, 58 laps to go. We are 10 laps past the halfway point here tonight. All right, I am back here on the mic. Had to get a quick drink there, as getting a little sore throat there. Is not that we're getting it. We've had it for quite a while. It is getting better as it gets hot in here. It seems to come back a little bit, roaring its ugly head up. But right now, your top 5 are Sean Brightsman, Jason Berg, Jeff Stabnow, Dan West Jr., Seth Frazier. Those are your top 5 drivers. On the outside of those top 5 looking in is Daniel Masters, or DJ Masters, Jade Williams, Jesse Gray, Bill Ross Jr., and John Ottenbacher are your top 10 drivers here in the race right now. As we're on lap 70, we've completed 69, 56 laps to go. So definitely some great racing. Make sure you hit that like button if you like it. So we'll have to see. And happened last night again. That is not good. Let's hope it does not happen here tonight. As this race would obviously have to be called short, probably. Again, let's hope that does not happen. So interesting. It's going to be. Last night was Sunday, so that would be the Xfinity cars. So it could be an issue with the Xfinity cars or possibly a track. We'll just have to wait and see what becomes of that if we hear anything from iRacing. But pace car not wanting to come out sometimes hasn't happened here yet. We'll see. Green flag about ready to come back out on to the track as we are getting set here. It's going to be the 46 of Sean Brightsman taking the green flag. It's going to be Jeff Stabnow in second place. And they are side by side here for second place. Jeff Stabnow in the 21 of Jason Berg. So it's going to be Jeff and Jason side by side. Question is, who is going to walk away with second place? I believe it's going to be the 21 of Jason Berg. Jason Berg trying to run down the 46 of Sean Brightsman before another caution comes out. Let's go back a little ways. Look at the group. They're side by side for 3 deep. Right now, you've got Seth Frazier, Jade Williams, Daniel Masters, Bill Ross Jr., Jesse Gray. That is a huge group of cars right there. They are so close, but keeping it off of each other here so far. Back here is the 42, or the 40 also, that is, of a Bruce Weaver mixing it up in this group as well as sparks are flying a little further back in the field as they get into that outside wall quite frequently here. As there goes the battle for the lead. It's going to be Jason Berg out front. He is your new race leader, but not for long. It's going to be Sean Brightsman battling back on the outside. Here comes Berg, and Berg will be the leader at the line this time. Jason Berg back to the front, followed by Sean Brightsman and Jeff Stabnow. 1, 2, 3. But don't count out a couple other drivers. Here comes Dan West Jr. and Seth Frazier. They're right there in the 4th and 5th, and they may have something to say about this. That 55, sponsored by Boeing, is right there trying to make a run. Sean Brightsman and Jeff Stabnow side by side, almost making a little contact. They're once again side by side, just like we saw them do in the last race. Jeff Stabnow getting below that yellow line or white line just a little bit. I believe it's yellow. We'll have to see when they come back around, but either way, he gets a little wiggle. Actually, I'm not even sure there is a line there, period. It's just a white kind of glow-looking thing, as we'll see right there. There is no line. It's just a white kind of a shadow on the track. We'll see, though, it's Jeff Stabnow once again in the bridesmaid position in second place. Sean Brightsman now falling backwards a little bit as it's going to be Dan West Jr. that gets by him for third place. We have now 50 laps to go. We've completed 76 now, 49 laps to go. Can anybody catch up to Jason Berg? He has been so fast here tonight, and we'll just have to kind of wait and see if indeed he can be stopped here tonight. Let's go back here just a little bit. Cycle through this field to go to about midfield. You got some good battle going on here. Unfortunately, Brant Barnes in that 4 car just hasn't quite had the luck that he needs here tonight. I had a fast car that has been caught up in a few incidents, as well as John Onbacher in front of him, who has several incidents that he's been involved in. Heavy damage to that 89. Again, things just not going his way. We're keeping an eye on that top 3. We're going to go ahead and pull it up onto your screen as that gap between first and second right now, 0.8, now 0.9. So Jason Berg is starting to pull away from Jeff Stabnow. Meanwhile, we're keeping an eye between second and third. While you can't see it on the screen, you can see first to third. We're keeping an eye on between second and third as well. And that gap is 0.533. And it is starting to grow as well, 0.549. So currently Dan West Jr. In third place, starting to fall off of Jeff Stabnow as well. So this seems to be the trend. First and second really start to pull a gap. And then we have second or third, fourth, fifth. and so on, starting to battle it out here as we get into the longer runs. And I say longer very tentatively. We have not seen a huge green flag run here tonight, so it could be interesting to see if we can finally get one of those here tonight, as the longest run has been maybe 15 laps at the most. And again, I haven't been keeping track. That's just a rough guess. As we got a car going around, that's going to be the 76 of Rob Stewart, though. He's down low, out of the harm's way. No caution will come out here for the 76 of Rob Stewart. As we have your leader's going to be coming up here shortly, I'm sure. There is the leader. Caution is out, and it's going to be this time for Brett Johnson, and it looks like Steve Silstad. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. There was the 76. You saw the wall contact there. That did not bring out the caution. This caution actually came out with the third. There's the 7, gets the help into the outside wall. And indeed, let's go back, and it is Steve Silstad that's collected. Let's go back again and take a look here. Again, you're watching the 7, Brett Johnson. Had some help here, I believe. We'll see who it was from. But somebody gets into his back bumper, I do believe. Excuse me. Just not sure quite who it was, as that is what we're trying to figure out now. And we just cannot get a good angle on it. But ow, he goes for a ride. We're going to have to go back and look at this one more time. Again, we're looking at the 7 of Brett Johnson. We're going to the aerial cam here, brought to you by Seams Ford, to see what happened to Brett Johnson in that 7. It's just no angle is a good angle here to get a shot of it. Hopefully the blimp cam here from the aerial view can give us a shot right there. Oh, and that little bit of net code puts the 7 in the wall. 58 of Steven Paulson, and then there comes the 65 of Steve Silstad, and that is going to be exactly what happened. Multiple cars involved here in this, as Dana Rogers and Rob Stewart not going to stay out, or not going to go down pit road. I expect to probably see them come down here this next time by, as that would put Jason Berg out front, followed by Jeff Stabtels, and not much as teams in your front too. Here you see them coming down pit road. So it looks like Steve Silstad going to be stuck on pit road for just a little bit. So let's see if we can't get a quick word in with him real fast. Steve Silstad, you got a copy?
Oh, hey Charles, how's it going there?
Well, we got you here in the booth, though unfortunately just not going your way here tonight. You've been involved in other people's junk here a couple of times. Oh, how much time do you have there to repair this car?
It's got a few minutes to go yet, and then on top of that, I think I have exceeded my incident limit, so I may or may not be getting back in the car.
Well, that is definitely not a good thing here. But again, it doesn't look like much, if any of it, was your fault here. We just so you getting tangled up in there. You did kind of help the 7 of Brett Johnson there go for a little wild ride after he got into the outside wall already. So hopefully you'll be able to get back out there. But we want to get you up here. Any sponsors, shout out you want to give for getting you here to tonight's race?
Yeah, once again, I want to thank White Knuckle Racing and Spectrix, Wallace Beard Co. for putting this all on, and Full Velocity Racing Network, and you, Charles, for broadcasting everything. Thanks.
All right. Well, for the record, for the sponsors out there that are on his car but not on it here tonight, technically he did not tear up your sponsored car. He actually tore up Josh Coley's car, which is the one that's showing up on his for some reason. So the good news is you didn't tear up your car here tonight. Technically, you tore up Josh Coley's car.
Oh, well, I'll just, when I park it back in his garage, I'll make sure to put it in the far back and maybe even under a car cover or something.
Well, there you go. Maybe he won't notice, but lights are off, so hopefully we'll see you back on the track.
Thanks, Charles.
All right, we're getting him back on his own radio channel as we are set to go racing one more time. We are ready to go racing again. Thanks everybody for tuning in here tonight, whether you're on the YouTube side of things or on the Facebook side of things. We are within the last few laps here, what I would consider anyway. 40 laps to go. Once we hit that 20 to go mark, we are really in the go time here as Jeff Stabnow is on the loud pedal, but Jason Berg got a huge jump on the start there. Let's go back to our main camera here. Jeff Stabnow running second place. No surprise. That's where he's been roughly all day. He's been in that top 5. Just hasn't been able to get quite to the front. Really nobody, unless it was a caution and some strategy being played. Sean Brightsman led some laps. But that's just about it here. Nearly nobody has gained too much as we got a car slow. That is going to be Brett Johnson, who is back on the track. Here we go back to the front and watch him come barely down the backstretch here at Dover International Speedway. There is your race leader. I dare say it's going to take a miracle for someone to try to get by. As there you see straight from the 24, Jeff Stabnow to the outside wall. No harm done. I don't think that's anything major to be concerned about, as we have seen that repeatedly over and over again here tonight by multiple drivers here. You keep doing it, you're going to have a problem. But that little bit of a scrape, I don't think is going to hurt him too much. We've seen several drivers do it. Right now, the biggest thing that Jeff Stabnow needs to be worrying about, and that is the 55 of Dan West Jr. and the 46 of Sean Brightsman. All right, so you see Sean Brightsman back there trying to get by. Those two, we'll see. In the past, the front two really kind of pulled away. That is Berg and Stabnow. They've kind of pulled away a little bit of a gap, and right now it looks like they're doing just that. 0.233 excuse me, seconds separating second and third, now 2.66. So it looks like Dan West Jr. right there. He's not being able to pull away. Now Dan West Jr. 0.199 as Dan West Jr. starting to hold in a little bit more on Jeff Stabnow. He's not letting him get away like he did earlier in this race. He may be holding back nothing now as we're coming up on the 33 laps to go this next time by. We've completed 91 on lap number 92 here of this 125 lap race. And it looks like Brett Johnson in that number 7 machine going to bring it down pit road. And now he's going to come, or actually coming out of pit road. So Brett Johnson in the number 7 Coca-Cola machine as there goes the 17 around. Let's go back to the front there. What a save for the 17. You saw it right there. He was completely sideways. Somehow saves it. And now we got the 03 of Daniel Masters. They're beating and banging left and right. The 9 of Corey Walters going to get into the outside wall. I think he had some help there. These guys are not holding anything back here right now. As we still have 32 laps to go, and they are beating and banging like at the dirt track out there. I know you see a little bit of brown on there, but I don't think that's dirt. Somebody forgot to give these guys the memo, as they are just tearing the fenders off these cars right now, beating and banging on this track. Here about mid-pack anyway, as we're referring to football apparently all of a sudden, but mid-pack right now, these guys are just utterly beating and banging the fenders off these cars. This could get very interesting as we see a huge group right here. This is James Thurston, Bruce Lee Weaver, Daniel Masters, all getting together here. They're side by side, even 3 wide at certain points. Jade Williams, John Ottenbacher, Dale Winneberg in this group. So some really close racing here with 30 laps to go. Going to be 20 to go here in 10 laps. We're on that 96 to 125. There's your race leader on cruise control out front. Second place going to be the 24 of Jeff Stabnow. Now let's just go through your top 10 here and see if we can get through it without a caution. Here in your lead is going to be the 21 of Jason Berg. He's been out front. Started first. He's currently first here in this race. Second place there is going to be the 24 of Jeff Stabnow. He started in 6th place. He's fought his way up to 2nd, and he's been there pretty much all day. The lowest he has been is 7th place here tonight. Sean Brightsman currently in the 46 machine in 3rd place, started 8th, but his low is 13th. He is fighting his way back to the front. Here's teammate just in front of him. Dan West Jr. in the 55 started 5th, and he's currently in 4th. Hasn't been any lower than 5th place here tonight. You can see right there in the number 55 machine. Seth Frazier in the number 32 machine here tonight. He started 27th. He's been as high as 5th, and he's been as low as 29th. So from 27th all the way back to 29th, he's currently running 5th place. 6th place is going to be the 08 of Jesse Gray in that USPS.com Chevrolet. Started 13th, been as low as 13th, but he's been as high as 6th. So he has fought his way back to the front as well. Travis McKinney in 7th place. And then we're 88 machine. He started 7th. He's in 7th. Really hasn't gone much anywhere here tonight. He's kind of stayed right where he started. The number 10 of Justin McClure started 14th and dropped as low as 17th earlier in this race. He's fought his way back to 8th place and holding on to a top 10 right now. That's where he resides. 9th place is going to be the 17 who we just saw make a terrific save here in this race. Maybe a little contact involved in there. That is Bill Ross Jr. Started 12th, dropped as low as 21st, and he currently barely hanging on to a top 10 in 9th place. Brian Barnes in 10th place right now, started 2nd as low as 24th. He's had to scratch and claw that damage back up to a top 10 position. That's where he resides right now. We'll see if he can hang on to it, as he has quite a bit of damage, been involved in some incidents, hanging on to that top 10 here at the moment. We go back as while we were going through that, Sean Brightsman was able to get by Jeff Stabnow there as we were running through the top 10, but it just happened. Meanwhile, Jason Berg, though, still on cruise control out in front of this race. Nobody being able to get by Jason Berg so far. He has led 89 laps of this race. Well, let's make it an even 90. Why don't we? As there you see right there, he leads his 90th lap. We have 22 laps to go. They are ticking off laps here left and right. We should be good to make it to the end here. Possibly. No, I don't think we're going to be able to make it. It's going to be borderline close. We know they can make about 40 or so laps on fuel. We have 22 to go. Well, there you go. Make it 21. So this would put them at 42 laps on this stint since the last time they've been in. This is going to make it very close for these drivers to see if they can make it. Maybe someone that conserves just a little bit could possibly make it on fuel. Again, we do not know the exact amount of fuel. We know it's roughly in the 40-something, 40 to maybe 45 laps. They could be good to go on fuel. We don't know 100%, so we are taking a guess at that. But we do know it's somewhere in the 40-lap range. Right now, this is the longest green flag run we have seen. The question is, will it stay that way, or will we see a caution that will come out before this race is over? It's all up in the air. I need still see Steve Silstad still on pit road. Donovan Barr out of the race. Those are the only two drivers out of the race. Currently, Dana Rogers 1 lap down, James Vining 2 laps down, Brett Johnson 6, Adam Holm 8 laps down, Josh Coley 8 laps down, and Steve Silstad on pit road 31 laps down. We're going to go back up here as right now Dan West Jr. starting to close in a little bit here on Jeff Stabnow. Makes me wonder if Jeff Stabnow is conserving here just a little bit. If they really are that close on fuel. We have 18 laps to go. Not quite the side-by-side finish we saw last Thursday night between the 46 and the 24, but still a good battle going on here at the moment. As Sean Brightsman having some lap cars in the way. That's going to be the 07 that is battling there with him, but he's going to let him by. He's not going to hang him up too much. That is Dana Rogers in that 07 machine. The question is, how much of a headache will he make for the 24? Oh, they make contact, and Jeff Stabnow goes around, and caution is out here for the 24 and the 07. let's go back and take a look and see what happened there. It looks like, I'm not sure if the 24 of Jeff Stabnow slid up or what. We're going to go to the aerial cam to see if we can see. There you see the 24 of Jeff Stabnow coming into the corner here with 16 laps to go. And I don't know. I don't know if Jeff came up a little bit or if the 7 started drifting down. As let's see if we can't take one more look at that and see exactly what happened. And oh, right there, gets hammered again and again by the 73. That is going to just destroy the car. Good news is he'll have a fast repair as he is still going to be on the lead lap. Here at the moment, there is Jason Burke staying behind him to keep him on the lead lap. And right there, looks like he will possibly, no, he is going to stay behind him here to keep him on the lead lap. So Jeff Stabnow going to stay out and take the wave round. That will put him, not really get the wave round, he's still in the lead lap, but he is going to stay out. And we'll see, he's going to come back in, I'm sure, this next time by, as he is going to pass the pace car there. But regardless, it looked like he drifted up just a little bit. I'm not sure. The 07 may have come down as well a little bit. But either way, contact for the 07 and the 24 as he was trying to get by Dana Rogers, who currently is on the lead lap due to the wave around here. Wasn't on the lead lap at the moment. Had just gone a lap down. And there you see it right there. Sean Brightsman, 2 tires. He's going to come out ahead of Jason Berg. Jason Berg going to battle, but he will get second place. Sean Brightsman, though, a 2-tire stop. Travis McKinney, also a 2-second stop, or a 2-tire stop, 8.7 seconds. Well, this could get very interesting here. Jeff Stabnow coming down pit road. I do believe he does have that fast repair left. He will come in and use it. And then we'll see. He's going to use his fast repair. And will he stay on the lead lap is the question. He's going to do everything in his power to get in here. Good news for him is he's very close to the front. But here they come to potentially put him a lap down. We'll see. As the cars are coming, he does use a fast repair. There you go. We'll see if he's going to take 2 tires or 4. He is currently, though, 1 lap down as he's going to back up on pit road there. Not sure what that one was for. But right there you see he's going slow, and he will officially go 1 lap down here as your race leader, Sean Brightsman, will pass him while he's on pit road. Just a devastating run here for Jeff Stabnow. Had second place or third place pretty much locked up here with 13 to go, trying to pass a lap car. Contact made, and around goes the 24 of Jeff Stabnow. So just not the way he wanted it to go here tonight. With 13 laps to go, we would need a caution fairly quickly. It would put him back on the lead lap. He's currently back in 19th, 1 lap down, but he is the first car a lap down here at the moment. So if we can get a quick caution, he could get back on the lead lap and potentially gain some spots here before this race is over. But as it stands right now, he's stuck back in, and I'll say that James Vining actually going to be the first car lap down, so he'd get the wave around. He wouldn't get the lucky dog, though. So we'll have to wait and see. Is right there, but way back in the field. This is the furthest he's been back here tonight, as we are set to get the green flag next time by to have 11 laps to go. All right, one last time, we want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. Your top three drivers at the moment are going to be Sean Brightsman, Jason Berg, and Travis McKinney. Who will win this race? It is anybody's guess right now. It could be anybody in the top 10, really, as they're bunching up, beating the bang before we ever get going green again. Green flag back in the air. A beat and bang sorted out. We have 11 laps to go. I'm not sure who's going to win this, but Sean Brightsman gets a good jump as they, again, beating and banging before we ever get going to 10 here. Justin McClure, I think, is going to get the worst end of the deal. As the front of that car, there's no way that car is not getting hot right now. That radiator has got to be smashed in as he took a heavy hit to the front bumper there. 10 laps to go. Jason Berg out front at the moment. They're side by side for the lead. Sean Brightsman holding them off on the outside, though. We have another side by side battle between the 21 and the 46. We'll see the 46 not going to be able to hold off as well as he did last time, or last Thursday on the 24. We'll see. He's not going to give it up without a fight. He's going to be right there. Sean Brightsman going to try to make a dive to the inside, see if he can make a dive bomb crossover move here. We'll see. It's not going to happen. Jason Berg just that fast here tonight. May I say there's a bad fast here tonight for the 40 or the 21 of Jason Berg, the 46 of Sean Brightsman. He may have something for him here in these closing laps. We have 8 laps to go. We'll see if he indeed does have anything for him. As we have a caution coming out once again, we will go racing again. And this time it's going to be Rob Stewart and the 76 involved. Let's go back and take a look. Let's go to the aerial cam here, brought to you by Themes Ford, and see what happened here. It looked like the 8 was off pace just a little bit here of Gary Nichols, and a little contact there. The 8 goes around, 76 gets involved, 73 getting a piece of the action. And that'll do it. The 58 getting involved as well. Jeff Stabno almost getting a piece of that action as well. He does narrowly avoid it, though. Caution coming out, though, once again. That is our 10th caution here for 33 laps. It's going to be about 2 laps to go when we get the green flag. So we're going to step away to a quick commercial break. We will be right back.
This is a demonstration for the built-in water temperature sensor of W5 CPU water block. There is a water temperature sensor built inside W5 to detect the temperature of the coolant that runs through W5. Here, we're using thermal mode and time-lapse effect to show the temperature change of the system. You can easily see the real-time temperature change on the software screen. W5 is also made with central inlet design, which contributes to higher coolant flow that helps faster heat dispatching to achieve a lower coolant temperature, of which you can see on the software thanks to the water temperature sensor. While W5 shows you the temperature of the coolant that runs through your CPU water block, you can also throw in a Pacific TF1 indicator to monitor the temperature and coolant flow of your whole system.
Alright, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, as it is time to get this thing going. This is it, folks. The next flag ends the race. Is it going to be the white flag, then the checkered, or is it going to be the yellow coming out here? We have a 3-lap shootout when we get the green. It is a green, white, checkered finish here. If we see a yellow before we get the one to go, it will be over. If not, if that white flag comes out, caution cannot be thrown at that point. Here it is, the Northwest Xfinity Series presented by Walls Beard Co. live on Full Velocity Racing Network. A green flag back in the air. Jason Berg gets a huge jump. Jeff Stab now is back on the lead lap, and I already see beating and banging going on back here, as that's going to push a few drivers out of where they want to be on the track. And again, the beating and banging going on. The wall gets a little beating and banging as well. This is all about 10th place or so, as Dan West Jr. going to squeeze by Sean Brightsman. He's going to take second place. Sean Brightsman on the defensive now, trying to make it work. Here comes, excuse me, Dan West Jr. He hasn't quite completed the pass. The battle for second is on here between Dan West Jr. and Sean Brightsman. Brightsman going to have it at the moment. Seth Frazier scrapes the outside wall. That's going to cause some sparks. Still a green flag. 2 laps to go. There's your leader right there. 1 lap to go. White flag is in the air. This race will end under green here tonight, as we have the one to go, presented by Northwest Racing Series themselves. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Your race winner here, unless something happens, is going to be, as the checker flag comes out, is going to be the 21 of Jason Berg. No surprise there, but second place going to go to, I believe it's Dan West Jr. It is being scored as your second place driver, but your winner here tonight is going to be the 21 of Jason Berg. What a win here for Jason Berg, as he gets redemption from last season when he led the most laps but got edged out by Sean Brightsman. This time he's going to edge out Sean Brightsman, but Dan West Jr. also going to edge out Sean Brightsman by very little, by .010. Dan West Jr. takes second place over Sean Brightsman in third. What a battle all the way to the end. They guarantee they'll never disappoint here in this league. Well, actually, they may not actually guarantee that, but I do. And they deliver once again here tonight. So for all the people that tuned in here for the late night broadcast, we appreciate every one of you showing up here tonight. It is time to get to your unofficial race results here for tonight's race. Getting the win, of course, is going to be the 21 of Jason Berg, followed by the 55 of Dan West Jr. Third place will be the 46 of Sean Brightsman, and fourth place will go to the 32 of Seth Frazier. Fifth place will be the 4 of Brian Barnes. Sixth place will be the 88 of Travis McKinney. Seventh place will be the 25 of Jade Williams, and eighth place will go to the 10 of Justin McClure. Ninth place will go to the 17 of Bill Ross Jr. 10th place will be the 08 of Jesse Gray. 11th place will be the 9 of Corey Walters, and 12th place will go to the 11 of Frank Harris. 13th place, as they're doing a demo derby here, will go to the 58 of Stephen Paulson. 14th will be the 76 of Rob Stewart. 15th will be the 24 of Jeff Stab. Now, 16th place will go to the 73 of Dell Winneberg. 17th will go to the 89 of John Ottenbacher. 18th will be the 333 of James Vining. 19th will be the 07 of Dana Rogers. 20th will go to the 90 of Scott Mann. 21st will go to the 7 of Brett Johnson. 22nd will go to the 33 of Josh Coley. 23rd will go to the 8 of Gary Nichols. And 24th will go to the 69 of Adam Holm. 25th will go to the 2 of James Thurston. 26th will go to the 03 of Daniel Masters. 27th will go to the 40 of Bruce Lee Weaver. And 28th will go to the 65 of Steve Silstad. And rounding out the field here tonight in 29th, this is going to be the 98 of Donovan Barr, as he gets knocked out a little early in this race. Not the way he wanted it to go. Of course, that will do it here for your unofficial race results. We're going to go ahead and stuff away here. So we're going to go ahead and pop up your top 20 here for tonight. You can see some of them still on the track. Some of them out there beating banging for the demo derby at the end of the race. We'll be right back here with your top 3 drivers here in the post-race show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here. So I believe just about everybody's done with the demo derby. We got a few drivers out there still trying to beat and bang on the track. One of those, we can tell that blue car anywhere. That is Brian Barnes. But regardless, we're getting back here to the post-race show where we have the 46 of Sean Brightsman finishing in third place. We talked to him earlier. You won last season here. Unfortunately, came up a little bit short here. Almost at second place. You got edged out by Dan West Jr. here by point zero. I believe it was 0.10. So very little separating you and Dan West Jr. here at the end. So to win last season and then all the stuff that's changed here, are you still happy with a top 3 finish?
Oh, absolutely. It's great to just finish on the podium here. I've had a kind of a struggle in the Xfinity series, so it's just nice to be able to run up front and run with Jason and Seth and Dan and all these fast guys, and even Jeff before he gets into trouble.
Definitely, Jeff had a good start here, just didn't quite end the way we wanted. So unfortunate for him, but we talked about you in the truck series, 4 in a row. So you're doing so good in the trucks, struggling a little bit over here. You'd like to do good in both, but you probably have one that's your favorite. So which one of these 2 series are you glad, which one's your favorite? Are you glad you're doing better in the truck series?
I'm very happy to be doing so well this year in the truck series. I really like the Xfinity just because it levels the playing field all the way around. You got to fix that low fuel, so it's just, I really like the Xfinity. I'm just struggling lately, so even though I'm doing great in the truck series.
Well, definitely a solid night here for you. Just came up a little bit short. A heck of a battle between you and Dan West here, Jr. here. But also, all in all, solid run, and we know you got some sponsors on the car to thank, so who are those?
Yeah, just got to thank Northwest Truck Series, or Northwest Racing Series, sorry, Walls Beard Co., Wicked Chassis Racing, Central Welding Supply, Virtual Racing Network, actually Full Velocity Racing Network, and then just everybody that comes out. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching. All
right. Well, again, congrats on the third place finish here tonight. And we talked about it just a little bit. We talked about him. I said not technically it's a him. That is Dan West Jr., who finished in second place. Just beat Sean Brightsman by .010 at the line. Just barely got him, but he did get him. And I believe this is one of the first times I've got to talk to you here in the booth. So first off, welcome to the booth. And how does it feel to be sitting in the booth here in second place. Kind of a sandwich between two really fast drivers. Obviously, second place kind of solidifying that you're one of these fast drivers as well.
Well, thanks, Charles. To be up here in the top three is pretty impressive, especially when you're behind Jason Berger, around Sean Brightsman. I mean, these guys are always up front. So haven't had the greatest luck, but a lot of that luck is done by myself. So the bad luck, but no, it's been awesome. I was definitely probably a top five car all night, but the four tires paid off with Sean, so brought it home second.
Well, we saw you picked up a new sponsor there, got Boeing on the car. And it seems like ever since you got Boeing on there, you've been, a little bit faster. So maybe they're giving you a little bit of jet fuel in there to kind of speed you up. You've been in the top 5, top 10 quite a bit lately. So, may not always turn out that way at the end, but you've been there. You've been fast and consistent. So while it is a fixed setup, have you found something, maybe a little secret to get around these tracks?
I don't think there's really a lot of secret. I think it's just patience and just letting the car do its thing. So, like I say, most of the problem I've had is just my own doing. So, and then, like I say, if you get in the back, you just got to be patient and get back up front.
Well, definitely patience is a huge key, especially at these short tracks. You did it here tonight. You finished second. So any sponsors on that car you need to give a shout out to, or just anyone you want to give a shout out to out there?
Yeah, just the Northwest Racing Series. Everybody in this group is, pretty awesome. Jeff Stabnow is the most patient guy I've met with this race and stuff. He'll sit there and teach you and tell you everything you need to know. Sean and Jason, they're awesome to race with, and appreciate everything that everybody does for this series.
All right. Well, again, congrats on second place here tonight. And, of course, that will bring us to the man of the hour, your race winner. That is going to be the 21 of Jason Berg. Before we let him do the talking, we want to note here, this is his third race in a row that he's won. He won at Richmond. He won at Atlanta. Now he's won at Dover. And it's maybe a little bit of redemption from last time we were here back in December for Season 2, as he led 63 laps, led the most laps, and came up a little bit short by 0.196 seconds to Sean Brightsman. But he gets him here tonight and gets the win. So, Jason, obviously, welcome to the booth once again. How does it feel to know you got 3 in a row here before the break, and you get that win over Sean after he got you last season?
Yeah, thank you. It feels pretty good. I was actually thinking Sean was going to end up getting me again, just like last time, because it kind of came down to the last pit stop, just like the last race, and he ended up restarting in front of me. So I was just deja vu in my mind. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get back by him, but luckily the 2 extra tires helped me out there.
Well, the 2 tires definitely helped you out here. This time going around, I believe you led the most laps again, so it literally was turning into the same kind of scenario. But this time, those 2 extra tires helped you out here. You get the win. There's really not a lot to talk about when it comes to your performance here, except for, a dominant performance. There at the end, we started having cautions. Definitely, there was some good battling going on with everyone up front, but when we got a long green flag run, you checked out from this field at one point, almost a 2.5 second lead. So you pretty much just dominated this race, and not a whole lot of battles going on with you. But we know you got some sponsors on that car, and shout out you want to give.
Yeah, first of all, GeForce Aerial Media. You can check them out at geforceaerialmedia.com. They're also on Facebook. They'll take care of all your aerial photography stuff. And you, Charles, Full Velocity Racing Network, you always do a great job with the broadcasts. And definitely got to thank the Northwest Racing Series for putting this on.
All right. Well, again, congrats on the win. And, of course, congrats on second and third to Sean and Dan as well. That is just about going to do it here for tonight's broadcast. Of course, we want to thank all the sponsors that have come on board here, whether it's for the race or for the broadcast on the racing side of things. A big shout out to Walls Beard Co. and Beard Bomb. Make sure you check them out at wallsbeardco.com. And of course, on the broadcast side of things, we wouldn't be here for 2019 if it wasn't for the following partners: Northwest Racing Series, Walls Beard Co., RaceOnTexas.com, Hanover Wrecker Service, On the Edge Motorsports, Huffman Designs, and RaceCore. Big shout out to all of these sponsors for coming on board. That does it here for tonight. We're off tomorrow night. We'll come back Wednesday with some World of Thunder, dirt UMP racing, and then of course we have some more dirt track racing on Thursday night. And then we are off here for the Truck Series Thursday night, as it will be Good Friday that next day. So then we're going to go some dirt track racing in real life. Go out there and do some filming. So we will see you Saturday, assuming they're not off. I'm not sure if they are. We'll let you know. Saturday may still be a go. And then, of course, we're off Sunday and Monday as well. So we will see you at the next broadcast, which will be next Wednesday. Stay tuned for that, and we'll see you there.